Just look at them stars. Must be a billion of them. Just doing their thing.
Back once again here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium as we're set for Game 2 here as the Quakers try to rebound after that series opening loss 5-3 in the earlier contest. Kyle Gorman will be going here in game number 2, and for Kalamazoo, they'll lead things off with Blake Bean.
Leading things off for Kalamazoo, the center fielder, number 23, Blake Bean.
So Bean will step up for the first time here in our second contest as the Quakers again will go Gorman, making his third appearance, his second start, 11 innings so far. 15 hits, giving up 6 runs, 6 earned, 13 strikeouts, and 3 walks. And the first pitch is high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Ground ball to the second baseman, Jandro. The throw to first, and there's 1 away. And that'll bring up now the third baseman, Propson.
Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Doug Propson.
Propson earlier today, 1 for 4. Quakers will have Bradley getting the start in game 2 behind the plate. Hatfield will be down at first base. This one is lobbed toward the second baseman. Diving as Jandro makes the catch, and there's 2 away. We'll round out the rest of the defense for you, but first off, Chase Koselman.
Now batting the DH, number 14, Chase Koselman.
Koselman 2 for 3 today with a run driven in and a run scored. 2 quick outs here for the right-hander as Gorman able to slip that one in. And it's no balls and a strike. Jandro again at second, Pinsours at short, Dopp at third. And a breaking pitch that stays low and outside, 1-1. McCabe in left, Shake in center, and Cooterer in right field. The 1-1 pitch on the way is a fastball for a called strike. Quakers had a lead until late when Kalamazoo scored 3 runs in the top of the 8th inning. Chopper third base side, and Danny Dopp will let this one go foul. And we'll stay at 1-2. Dominic Michael takes the loss in game 1 after giving up those 3 runs. Bowden picked up the win. Propson got the save in our first contest. So now it'll be up to Gorman. Try to even this series at 1 apiece and then look for the series win tomorrow. That one lined back up the middle. So Koselman with the first hit of the ball game. Kalamazoo 11 hits in the earlier contest.
Now batting the right fielder, number 22, Noah Heck.
Kalamazoo really picking up where they left off in their first 4 games against Whittier and Cal Tech. Well, they wanted a hitting barrage in those 4 games. The pitch is inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Heck, one of the 5 runs scored, picked up a base hit. Throw to first by Gorman. Quakers offense really did not get much going in the first contest today. From about the 2nd inning on. There's a swing and a miss. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Quakers had 2 runs and 3 hits in the first 2. They finished with 3 runs and 5 hits. Gorman's next pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Those 5 hits, a season low for the Quakers, and 2 of those were by Cameron McCabe. He had a couple of doubles. Gorman will come set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul. Boy, it's rare yet. Jandro 0 for 4 at the top of the order. Isaiah Shake was 1 for 5. Danny Dopp 1 for 4. So 2 for 13 at the top of the order. Hatfield did walk 3 times. He was on base a lot. The pitch hit straight back into the netting. We'll stay at 1-2. Just one of those days where they couldn't get much going. Joey Gerbis, pretty good day, 6 2/3 innings, giving up 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned with 4 strikeouts. But it might be the first time this year where the bullpen was unable to get the job done. Here's the stretch and the pitch. And did it get him looking? No. The Quakers thought they had a strikeout right there. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Hecht. Cooler day today, but plenty of sunshine, and the wind is not blowing today, which is a huge key for everyone. Again, Gorman set to throw. The pitch on the way, got him swinging. And they'll lay the tag on as Hecht will strike out to end the top half of inning number 1. Kalamazoo will leave a man on. We will move to the bottom half of the first inning. It's Kalamazoo nothing. Earlham coming to bat. This is Quaker Baseball right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
Dargy Repair Service is family owned and operated, and they work on every kind of vehicle and specialize in imports. You can count on Dargy to do repairs and service, big and small. Dargy does regular service to major repairs. They do everything for your car except bodywork and tires. Dargy is a certified TechNet professional auto service. Dargy Repair and Service, 1700 Northwest 11th Street in Richmond. For more information, give them a call at 935-2241.
Well, as in Game 1, here in Game 2, another left-hander for Kalamazoo. Parker Sazovsky will throw for the second time this year. He has thrown 5 innings, giving up 9 hits, 9 runs, 7 earned runs in his first start. 2 strikeouts and 1 walk. He is 1-0 on the season with an ERA of 12.60. Akers had success earlier today against Brockhouse. He gave up 5 hits in 6 innings, 3 runs. All were earned, but after that, their bullpen shutting down the Quakers the rest of the way, and so now Earlham will go to work for the first time. It's Mark Jandro.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 1, Mark Jandro.
That's my face. It's a big face. She can't see my
About a little bit ago, Mark 0 for 4. Had one of those controversial calls when he walked and then was picked off at second base after a stolen base. And the first pitch in there for a strike. Ball had come loose from the second baseman. Steve Sakasitz had gone out to argue the call as they thought maybe that Mark was able to jar the baseball loose and would have been safe at second base, but the umpire did not agree. Next pitch is in there for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2. Rosat is behind the plate. Baldwin gets the start at first base. Amani's down at second. Chozit is at short and props in at third. Ground ball. Chozit is there, will scoop and throw, and there's one away. And for the Quakers, that'll bring up Isaiah Shake.
Now batting the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Isaiah 1 for 5 with a run scored in game 1. Unsanger is in left field today in game 2. Bean back in center. Hecht in right field. And a swing and a miss.
Let's go, 3.
Quakers suffering just their second loss of the year in their first 8 games. And in Kalamazoo now 4-1. Pitch is low and inside. And that'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Back tomorrow, game 3, noon start time. Colin Greavy gets the baseball tomorrow. There's a line drive caught by Propson at third. Ball hit well by Isaiah Shake, but Propson had him played perfectly. And with 2 away, that'll bring it Danny Dobb.
Now batting the third baseman, number 7, Danny Dobb.
Danny earlier today, 1 for 4. He's now batting at .281 on the year. As the pitch on the way is in there for a called strike. Szorski, the left-hander, getting the start here in game number 2. Grounded toward the third baseman. Propson charging. What an arm he has. And that's a strike to first, and that'll do it for the Quakers here in inning number 1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. No score. This is Earlham Baseball at Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with the most comprehensive auto repair services that include general services, car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. Their goal is simple: to offer the best services available at affordable prices to get you back on the road in no time. For a high-performance vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, give them a call at 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
We're ready for inning number 2 for the Hornets. It'll be Amani, Baldwin, and Posat. Both pitchers basically sailing through that first inning. The only base hit was the Koselman single. Gorman taking his final warm-up tosses, and we're ready to go. Amani will lead things off.
Leading off for Kalamazoo, the second baseman, number 1, Kareem Amani.
Amani was huge in game number 1. He was able to come in and pinch hit in that 8th inning, picked up a base hit, later scored one of the 3 runs. He and Baldwin came off the bench as that first pitch will get away from Bradley. It's 1 ball, no strikes. He had the throwing error at that time also by the Quakers that eventually came around to score as the ball is fouled away. Amani trying to bunt his way on, and the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Amani back in, the count even at 1-1. Here's the leg kick and the pitch. That one fouled off the end of the bat. Might have caught a piece of Bradley. And we'll go to 1-2. Bradley, one of 3 catchers the Quakers can use. Here's the pitch on the way, low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Come on, Gorman.
Of course, Baldwin getting the start also in game number 2. And a swing and a miss. Throw down to first. It'll be a strikeout, throw out, 1 away. And that'll bring up now Spencer Baldwin.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 18, Spencer Baldwin.
So with 1 out, Baldwin steps in. He was, again, as I mentioned, part of that big 3-run 8th inning, came off the bench. There's a strike. Baldwin able to get on base in that 8th inning, kept things alive and eventually led to the win. There's a strike. And it's quickly 0-2. The 0-2 pitch and the waste pitch is outside. We'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one grounded back up the middle. Pinsor, the shortstop, near the bag. The throw to first is in time. And with 2 away, that'll bring up Harrison Posat.
Now batting, the catcher, number 9, Harrison Posat.
One inning and 2/3 now for the starter Gorman. Just the 1 base hit by Koselman, and that'll be chopped foul to the left. And it'll go to no balls and 1 strike. Posat, the DH in game 1, went 0 for 2, did have a walk and a strikeout. Gorman with the pitch on the way, and it's low and inside. That'll even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, game 2 on a doubleheader can be really tough. If you played in the first game, come back and play game number 2. It ends up being a long day for everyone as that one is hit foul. Especially when you play 2 9-inning contests. A lot of teams in D1 will play a couple of 7-inning games simply because of the lack of pitching that they would have. There's a swing and a miss. Good pitch by Gorman. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 2. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, no score.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond. Located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankricmond.com.
Well, Hatfield will lead things off here in the bottom of inning number 2, followed by Pinsur and McCabe. Zarofsky getting his final warm-up tosses. He was waiting for Prozat to come into the ball game after being on base. We'll see if the Quakers get their offense rolling right here with Hatfield.
Now batting, the first baseman for Cincinnati, Austin Hatfield.
Austin earlier today was the designated hitter in game 1. He was 0 for 1 with 3 walks on the afternoon. Zofsky with a pitch in there for a strike. Hatfield now batting in 300. Zofsky's next pitch a little bit outside, 1 ball, 1 strike, and much like what we saw in game 1 when Brockhouse was throwing, Hatfield will see his steady diet of breaking pitches here in our second game. Zofsky's next pitch a little bit inside. 2 balls and a strike. Kind of tell right there that Zofsky's trying to pitch around Hatfield, the cleanup hitter. Long look now into Prozat. Here's the pitch. And yep, another breaking ball.
Let's go 1-7.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Long look this time by Zofsky. Now the left-hander's pitch is on the way. Got him that time, though, a high fastball. And there's one away, and that'll bring up Brian Pinsura, the shortstop.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 4, Brian Pinsura.
Go I want. Good.
So 1 away, Pinsura. 0 for 2 with a run scored in game 1. Now hitting at .353 on the year. Hits the first pitch foul. Came into this series, the Quakers had been averaging 9 runs per game. They had been in double digits in hits ever since they swept Olivet. They had double digits in hits. They had 36 hits in that series. That pitch in there for strike 2, and then came back and a little bit lackluster at the beginning of the game against Wilmington, but then really turned it on late. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. Got him swinging. Pinsura thought that ball was fouled off the end of his bat. The official behind the plate apparently didn't think so. So Steve Sakis sits coming out, and no argument to be made, I guess. And now they're going to ask I don't know how he could tell way down there. He is plus 90 feet away. Pinsura's not going to leave yet. But I don't think there's any way he's going to be able to tell that far away. And they will have a lengthy discussion, so we're either looking at 2 outs or we're going to stay at the plate and they're going to say he's out. There's just no way he could tell. So Pinsura strikes out, and that'll bring up Cameron McCabe, the left fielder.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 5, Cameron McCabe.
Division III college baseball goes with 2 umpires, but you could have had 15 umpires out here, and I'm not sure you'd have been able to tell that far away, because that one is hit foul. So back-to-back strikeouts now by Zofsky. And the Quakers, their first 5 hitters set down in order by the left-hander in our first 2 innings. McCabe, couple of doubles in the first game. Hits this one high in the air, shallow right. Hecht is there, and the Quakers go out in order here in inning number 2. We will head to the third on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. No score. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Head to the third inning. Quakers and the Hornets scoreless. It'll be Hunsanger, Chosick, and Bean here in the third.
Leading things off for Kalamazoo, the left fielder, number 24, Trevor Hunsanger.
So Hunsanger did not play in the first game, getting the start in left field here in game number 2, and the first pitch by Gorman is low and outside for a ball, 1-0. Quakers on the road for the first time Tuesday. That'll be an interesting matchup, the rematch with Wilmington. Ground ball right side, and backing up on it will be Hatfield. He'll flip on to Gorman, and there's one away here in the third. And that'll bring up Chosid.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 6, Ben Chosid.
Chosid in game 1, 0 for 3. I mentioned the Wilmington game being a kind of an interesting matchup again. Is that pitch in there for a strike, only because things got a little bit interesting at the end of that contest when Wilmington was not real happy with the Quakers late. Breaking pitch in there for a strike, 0-2. Earlham was up 8-0 at one point, and they kept running, which really, again, there's nothing wrong with that. It's no balls and 2 strikes, by the way. Got him looking. Nice pitch by Gorman, and with 2 away, back to the top of the order, and Blake Bean.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 23, Blake Bean.
Kyle Gorman picking up his 4th strikeout. There were a lot of words said at the end of that game with Wilmington as he'll look to bunt. Bean offers and falls behind at 0-1. And then at one point, Danny Dopp was at the plate and the pitcher threw over his head, and so the Earlham Quakers thought they were throwing at Danny. Ground ball, Hatfield snags that one, steps on the bag, and an easy inning here in the third. So Kyle Gorman sailing through 3. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 3 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. No score.
Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
The Quakers go to work here in the third inning. Bradley, Freeze, and Kuderer all due up, and the left-hander Sosofsky sailing through the first two. And here's Bradley.
Now batting for the Quakers, the catcher, number 30, Andrew Bradley.
Bradley did not play in game one. Neither did Max Freeze. Sosofsky set to throw. Here's his first pitch of the inning, and it's swung on and missed. By the way, if you're planning on going to that Wilmington game on Tuesday, it is a 4 o'clock start time. Sosofsky set to throw that high leg kick, and a swing and a miss. And just like that, Bradley down on the count at 0-2. Quakers have had a pretty good early season with guys coming off the bench and delivering. Bradley, one of those guys, but it can be tough sitting there waiting for your chance. High fly ball into right field. Hecht running back on it, and he will dive and make the catch at the last second right in front of Bean. Great catch by Hecht, and there's one away. And that'll bring up Max Freeze.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 9, Max Freeze.
Boy, Hecht had to go a long way to get to that baseball. I don't know if he got a late jump on it or not, but made that diving catch to save perhaps extra bases for Bradley. So now Freeze will step to the plate. Freeze, talented young freshman, as he watches that first pitch go by, 1-0. Freeze averaging a .333. He has an RBI to his credit. They like the potential of this guy right here. Sosofsky with a pitch. Popped him up on the right side. The second baseman, Hermani, is there, called off, and Hecht will take that one as well. I figured, why not get them both? So 2 away, and that'll bring up Jordan Kuderer.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 31, Jordan Kuderer.
So now Sosofsky has set down 8 straight. So we'll go lefty against lefty right here. Your number 9 hitter in Kuderer. Ground ball to the right side, knocked down by Baldwin. Flips onto the pitcher and just gets Kuderer by a half a step. We're going to head to the 4th on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. No.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Leading things off for Kalamazoo, the third baseman, number 5, Doug Propson.
Propson will lead things off 0 for 1 today against the right-hander, Kyle Gorman. Gorman trying to pick up his second win of the season. Bunt laid down, but laid down foul. And Propson behind at 0-1. Propson now 1 for 5 in the 2 games. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Foul tipped, held on by Bradley, 0-2. Propson, Koselman, and Hecht as we go 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Here in the top of the 4th inning. The pitch by Gorman, and it's low, 1-2. Well, good day for baseball. We'd love it to be about maybe 15 degrees warmer, but at least we've got some sunshine after a rough day yesterday. Heard the Quakers had to stay inside and hit. Time called as they were unable to get out here on the diamond on Friday. It was a rough day, windy, I shouldn't say a lot of snow, but a little bit of snow precipitation throughout the day. We'll stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gorman gets the sign from Bradley. Here's the pitch. This one is lined right to Hatfield at first, and there's one away. And that'll bring up Chase Koselman.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 14, Chase Koselman.
Boy, nobody really hitting the ball hard at all here in game number 2. You had the Koselman base hit. That's been it. That pitch is inside, 1-0. Between games, if you don't know, the players and families get a chance really to get together. This one lifted high in the air and out of play to our left. Both teams get a chance to grab a bite to eat, and then you got to come back and play game number 2, which is, again, never easy. Got to get yourself ramped up once again and come back out and play another 9 innings. Not a whole lot of changes on either side, so we're seeing a lot of the regulars in game 1 back for game 2. 1-1 breaking pitch in there for a strike. That's a pretty good pitch right there by Gorman. And the count now 1-2. Oh, they missed by much. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pretty soon you'll start to see that shadow come up over home plate. And then things get interesting between the sunshine and the shadow as that's hit foul. And we'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Koselman. As a hitter, that's got to be really tough watching the ball come from the sunshine into the shadow, and you're expected to pick that thing up that quickly. Here's your break-even pitch. Boy, good fastball, but just off the plate inside. Earlham, here the fans thinking they had the strikeout. But now full count to Koselman. Gorman with the leg kick and the pitch, and that's going to be fouled off. Got just a piece of it. Quaker outfield, as we generally tell you, playing it straight away. Very little shifting going on with this Earlham outfield. The pitch popped him up in the infield. Jandro is there, and he will make the catch, and there's 2 away. And that'll bring up Noah Hecht.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 22, Noah Hecht.
Well, Kalamazoo, you look back at game one, they didn't really start hitting the baseball until the last 3 innings, in which they got 8 of their 11 hits between innings number 6 and 8. Gorman's pitch on the way came inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Heck struck out in the first inning. Gorman's 1-0 delivery. Boy, he was way out in front of that one. Look out in the Kalamazoo dugout as he sent that one flying in there, and it ricochets all over the place. And he'll catch a little bit of flack from his teammates. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Hecht. Gorman with the pitch on the way, and there's that breaking ball. He's had pretty good command of that one early. Sharp break at the very end. It's more like a slider. Hecht not able to really release anything on that pitch. Here's your 1-2 again. It's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now, Gorman's been around, seems like a long time. Of course, you go back to the championship year, and Gorman out of Cincinnati was a part of that championship team in 2017. Here's the break-even pitch, got him looking. Great pitch by Gorman. We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Second time that Hecht has struck out today. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, no score.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Quakers set to go to work here in the 4th inning. It'll be Jandro Shank and Danny Doppel duo.
Leading things off for the Quakers, the second baseman, #1, Jandro.
Mark is 0 for 1 today, grounded out back in the 1st inning. Sofsky set to throw on the pitch. Breaking ball falling in for a strike. Quakers today have a predominantly right-handed hitting order. Hopefully get things rolling here against the lefty as that pitch low and inside, 1-1. Well, in game 2, if the fans here have been waiting for the offense to get rolling, they may have to wait a little longer. That one hit foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Earlham so far had 5 hits in the first game. They've picked up just 1 hit. Take that back, no hits here in game number 2. 1 hit for Kalamazoo, as that'll be tapped to the left side, and that'll go foul. So we'll stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Quakers now 5 of 39 today against Kalamazoo pitching. Quakers at a robust 128. Sazovsky with the pitch. Hit foul again. Gendro, as usual, battling here in the fourth. That series against Case Western, the Quakers didn't hit very well, but they got good pitching, won the series 2-3. 2 out of 3s. That one is hit foul again, 1 and 2. And then they came back and hit well against Olivet. Starting pitching was okay. They didn't pitch as great as they thought. The bullpen was pretty good. Things were slow against Wilmington until the later innings, and then they started putting things together. Then struggled here in game 1, and now trying to find their hitting in game number 2 as that's fouled away again by Gendro. Mark came into this one hitting at .333. 12 hits on the season for the leadoff hitter. Here's the pitch. Took something off that one. It goes inside, 2-2. Mark gets on base. He is 5 for 5 in the stolen base department. Between him and Isaiah Shake, they are now 14 of 14 in stolen bases this year. Sazovsky with the pitch on the way, and it's going to be tapped in front of the plate, picked up by the catcher, and the bad throw by Prosat, and safe at first base is Gendro, and the Quakers have their first base runner now for Isaiah Shake.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
There's your first error of this one. Prosat had all kinds of time to throw, really. The ball just kind of dribbled in front of the plate, but the throwing error by the catcher will give the Quakers a man on. Sazovsky with a pitch, low and inside, and then Gendro takes off late. Mark able to read that one well, and so now the count 1 ball, no strikes to Shake, and a runner at second base. Isaiah 0 for 1. Sazovsky now will step off. By the way, if you're scoring at home, you want to give Sazovsky a wild pitch. Always give the catcher the benefit of the doubt. The stretch by the left-hander checks the runner at second. And the pitch on the way is low and inside, 2 balls and no strikes. And the Quakers look at the team they had in 2017. That was a team that had a lot of pop. Guys could hit home runs, and since then the Quakers have played a little smaller ball. Really hoping more to count on the running attack again here this season. Only 2 home runs thus far. Gendro, by the way, got picked off in the last game by a left-hander, so he's a little more careful down at second base. Monty is at second to start this game number 2, and he will now go over toward the bag, and everybody moves back, and a little cat and mouse game going on now between the base runner Gendro, Monty, and Sazovsky. Quakers trying to get on board first like they did in game number 1. The stretch and the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. That's a home run cut right there by Isaiah Shake. You wouldn't expect the ball is going to carry a whole lot today in this ballpark. We're in a location where it can be very windy. Today, just a light breeze. You're not going to get much help there. Pitch is low, blocked by Crozat once again, so 3-1. Crozat has had a little bit of a workout today behind the plate with Sazovsky here in the fourth inning especially. 2 strikeouts so far for the left-hander through 3 innings. Sazovsky will come set. Here's the pitch on the way, and he tried that backdoor curveball that misses for ball 4, and now the Quakers have runners at first and second for Danny Dobb.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 7, Danny Dobb.
Danny grounded out in the first inning, so he's 0 for 1 in this game, and now we'll have a visit to the mound. Danny now 1 for 5 in the 2 games, and when you bring everybody in, this is more of a communication defensively, not so much for Sazovsky as the pitcher. And everybody's got to be on the same page, and you're early in the season. You want to make sure everybody knows where they're going to go with the baseball right here. Because the way things are going right now, and we kind of had that feeling in game 1 that you weren't going to see a whole lot of runs scored. And so runs could be at a premium again here in game number 2. So now Danny Dopp still leads the team in RBI with 10. Did not pick him an RBI in game 1. The pitch on the way is a breaking ball. That one is in there for a strike. Of course, keep an eye on Jandro and Shake. They've been known to double steal. And this is always where the Quakers hope to wreak some havoc on the opposing pitcher. Throw back, and he throws it into center field. So that'll be a throwing error on Sazovsky. And that's what speed will do for you. Second error of the ball game now for Kalamazoo. And runners now at first and third. No balls and a strike now to Dopp. So now you have the go-ahead run at third base. You have speed down at first. We talked about Isaiah Shake. Perfect in the stolen base department this year. 9 for 9 coming into this ball game. The stretch by Sazovsky. The pitch. Hit well into left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. A run will score. And for Danny Dopp, that is now his 11th RBI of the season. The Quakers able to get their first base hit. And the inning continues now with Austin Hatfield.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 17, Austin Hatfield.
So now Hatfield, second time around, he struck out in the second inning. Runners at first and second. Still no outs here in the fourth. Sazovsky with the pitch, and nope, time's going to be called by Hatfield first. Earlham again looking for a big inning right here. The stretch by Sazovsky. The pitch. There's a strike. Probably wouldn't expect anything different right here for Hatfield. He has to be looking breaking pitch. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes.
Now you go to work. Come on, 1-7. Battle here, 1-7. Right here, Hattie.
You could still double steal here if you're not careful with Shakedown at second base, Danny Dopp at first. Sosofsky, a long look at the runner at second. Here's the pitch on the way to the plate. This one lined and caught by Amani, the second baseman. That's a great play there. And that might have saved at least one. So one away. And that'll bring up now Pinsura.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 4, Brian Pinsura.
Boy, ball hit hard, and Earlham doesn't look so much on their batting average as they do quality at bats, and that certainly was one right there, but Amani playing him just perfectly. And the fastball is up high, 1 ball, no strikes. That was a great play. Well, if he is just maybe a foot to his left, he may have not gotten to that baseball, and the Quakers would have led it 2-0. Sosofsky will come set. Here's the pitch. Came inside, nearly gets Pinsura, and we'll go to 2-0. Earlham fans thus far been waiting for a big inning here this afternoon. Had a 2-run second in game 1. Here's the pitch on the way, low and inside. And we're now 3 balls, no strikes with McCabe standing on deck. By the way, no activity so far in the Kalamazoo bullpen. The stretch, and he's going to be taking all the way here, and the pitch is high and outside for ball 4. So still just 1 away, second walk in the inning, and that'll bring up McCabe.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 5, Cameron McCabe.
Quakers so far doing all the damage here with just 1 base hit. Will Sosofsky be able to get out of the inning? Infield now at medium depth. The stretch by the left-hander, and the pitch on the way to the plate. Popped him up on the right side. Could be a big out. Baldwin near the bullpen fence, and he dropped it. Well, you're battling a high sky here today, and Baldwin probably thinking a little bit about the fence. You got no help on that Earlham side. And so McCabe will get extra life right here. Boy, he'd love to make him pay for it. Shake is at third, Dopp at second, Pinsura at first. Sosofsky will come set. The pitch on the way, popped him up again. The first baseman, Baldwin, in fair territory, will make the squeeze, and there's 2 away. He made sure that he wasn't going to drop it for the second time. And that'll bring up the catcher now in Andrew Bradley.
Now batting, the catcher, number 30, Andrew Bradley.
Boy, love to get 1 more here, not leave the bases loaded. So now Bradley steps up. He flew out to right field. His only time up. Sosofsky, a long look this time to Crozat as Bradley calls time. By the way, time change coming up this weekend as hopefully we'll all remember to spring ahead and not miss the game tomorrow. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Breaking ball, and a good one it was. No balls and a strike. That might be embarrassing to show tomorrow an hour late. Key opportunity right here for Andrew Bradley. Freeze on deck. Bases remain loaded for the Quakers. 1 run across, and so far again just 1 hit in the inning. The stretch by Sosofsky. And the pitch on the way, fouled off. This would be really big right here for Sazovsky to get himself out of this inning. No balls and 2 strikes. The stretch by Sazovsky. And the pitch on the way got him swinging. That's a huge strikeout as Earlham will leave the bases loaded, but they do pick up a run. We will head to the top of the 5th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham 1, Kalamazoo 0.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Today's game brought to you in part by Mancino's Pizza and Grinders. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads every day. They serve great food priced for family budgets. Mancino's Italian bread and pizza dough are made from scratch every day, and the baking process may take a little more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1166 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
Now it'll be Amani, Baldwin, and Posat. As for the Quakers, Kyle Gorman through 4 innings has given up just 1 base hit. Boy, I tell you what, Quakers may look back at the potential of a big 4th inning when they had the bases loaded, got just 1 run. But we will not know until we get to the very end of this ball game. So here's Amani.
Leading things off for Kalamazoo, the second baseman, number 1, Amani Kareem.
Amani Kareem struck out back in the 2nd inning. Lined into left field, base hit. So Amani Kareem leads things off, and a man on for Kalamazoo, 2nd base hit. And that'll bring up Spencer Baldwin.
Now batting the first baseman, number 18, Spencer Baldwin.
Baldwin is 0 for 1 today, grounded out in the 2nd. Earlham had 2 double plays in game 1. That'll be fouled off as Baldwin gets just a piece of that one. Two hits now by the Hornets, just 1 for the Quakers. They too have the same system apparently, or something similar to what the Quakers use with the cards they bring out each and every game. That'll signify what they want to do. Either they call out a number or there's some type of a signal that is relayed to the players, and then they check their belt or if they have a wristband. The stretch and the pitch hit down the right field line, and that'll go foul. So no balls and 2 strikes. Michigan, just a sophomore. It's a pretty young team. Well, these guys got a ton of experience as freshmen last year, and the fastball high and outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Earlham women's lacrosse team winning earlier today. They beat Wisconsin lacrosse, a first-year program, as the throw goes to first. Final score was 18-8. We haven't heard of an update for the men this afternoon. Their game got underway just about 20 minutes ago. Another throw, tag laid on, and a little bit closer. Kareem almost getting himself picked off, had a little bit of a lean towards second, and another throw to first. Baldwin now back in as Gorman will come set. Here's the stretch and the pitch, and it's blocked in the dirt by Bradley, and we'll go to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. See if Kareem will take off. Ball gets in the dirt. Bradley's throw down, and the tag laid on, and they got him. Great play by Bradley. So that'll negate the base runner. There's 1 away. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to the hitter, Spencer Baldwin. So now the starting pitcher, Gorman, back into the windup, got him swinging. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Harrison Posat.
Now batting, the catcher, number 9, Harrison Posat.
Posat today, strikeout victim back in the second, as Gorman ready to throw, and that pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Catchers in the game when you play here, of course, a lot of schools have all turf, and that's the same as it is around the entire home plate area. As that pitch is high and outside, 2 balls, no strikes. That ball, you get a real natural bounce or a skip off of the turf, though it can come a little bit faster. Those catchers have to be very aware. And that ball bouncing up there as that pitch is inside, 3-0. Really saying it's much easier on the dirt, but on the turf it can skip a little bit better. Here's your 3-0 pitch, and that's low for ball 4. That'll bring up now Trevor Hunsinger.
Now batting the left fielder, number 24, Trevor Hunsinger.
Hunsinger 0 for 1. He grounded out to Hatfield in the 3rd inning. The pitch by Gorman is a fastball called strike. Of course, Bradley ready to throw. He had the nice throw that got Amani Kareem here in the top of the inning. The pitch by Gorman, a little bit low, and the count is now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Hunsinger, a freshman out of Rochester Hills, Michigan. The pitch caught the outside corner for strike 2. Short lead by Posat down at first as Gorman steps off. Time is called. Getting very close to that shadow again, as we mentioned earlier, that's going to be around home plate. Here's the pitch. jams him. Ground ball to the shortstop, Pinsura, flips on to Gendro, and that will do it for Kalamazoo. We will move to the bottom half of inning number 5 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers on top, 1-0.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was almost too easy. How about Tony's Car Sales in Richmond? Hi, this is Troy Narangowski. You know, I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's, and I couldn't have been happier with their service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked me through the entire process. Hey, if you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West. For more information, give them a call at 962-5665 or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com. New Vision Sports is a program that will focus on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete. It includes all ages and skill levels. They'll create a customized workout plan to provide an ongoing motivation and support program that'll help you achieve your training goals. There are 3 reasons to train with New Vision Sports: variety, specificity, and accountability. New Vision Sports. Give them a call at 977-5831 or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
Quakers set to go to work here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be Freeze, Kuderer, and Gendro. Earlham on top 1-0, and we're set to go. And one more warm-up pitch, I do believe, here for Sazovsky. Left-handers actually throwing pretty well today. And we're set to go, and here is the designated hitter in Freeze.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 9, Max Freeze.
Freeze out of Cleves, Ohio, 6'2", 205 pounds. A natural first baseman, but they can use him as a utility player. As the first pitch, swing and a miss. 0 for 1 today. The 0-1 pitch on the way, hit well into right field. Hecht is there. There's one away. And with 1 out, that'll bring up Jordan Kuderer.
Now batting the right fielder, number 31, Jordan Kuderer.
There have been times today, especially in Game 2, Quakers hitting the ball hard. You had Hatfield lining out in the 4th inning, and of course Freeze hit that one pretty well, but the ball just isn't carrying today. There is Hecht. He'll make the catch again, and there's 2 quick outs for the Quakers here in the 5th inning. Now back to the top of the order, and Mark Gendro.
Now batting the second baseman, number 1, Mark Gendro.
That's a small face. This a big face.
The only Quaker hit, the Danny Dopp base hit in the 4th that eventually drove in the game's only run here in Game 2. Sosofsky with a pitch, and it's outside, 1-0. Quakers came into this series today with the best overall record in the HCAC. Pitch just a little bit inside, 2-0. Of course, we haven't started conference play. That'll begin on Saturday, March the 28th. We'll have Defiance in for a doubleheader. The 2-0 pitch. Mark taking all the way, 2-1. Mark has scored the game's only run, and that was in the 4th. Reached on an error on Posat, that throwing error to first base. The 2-1 pitch off the end of the bat, foul. We'll go to 2-2. Once we hit the end of March into April, Quakers will be well into the conference season, trying to qualify, and if I'm not mistaken, as the break-even pitch is low and inside, the HCAC baseball tournament will not go to the host team. Whoever wins the regular season, they will be the number 1 seed, but they will now be playing those games over in the Indianapolis area. This one hit foul. And that's apparently, from what I understand, a permanent thing. Felt that maybe Indianapolis was a better location, just to have a central location every year instead of moving it around all the different number 1 seeds. The payout pitch grounded in the hole left side. That'll get through for a base hit. Quakers picking up their second hit, and that'll bring up Isaiah Shake.
Now that is the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Isaiah walked in the 4th. He is 0 for 1 after lining out back in the first inning. The stretch by Sazovsky. That pitch is low, 1-0. Well, Mark Jandro, a stolen base threat down at first base. The stretch by Sazovsky is he'll take a long look at Mark, and the pitch on the way to the plate is a breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count is even at 1-1. And speaking about the HCAC tournament, we have a long way to go before we get there. The stretch. And they may get him picked off, but the first baseman, Baldwin, dropped the baseball. The Quakers with a runner in scoring position. Shake. The pitch on the way, low and inside. 2 balls and a strike. Still no activity in the Kalamazoo bullpen. They're hoping that Sazovsky can get out of this inning, much like what he did in the 4th. Jandro the lead at second base. The stretch. And the pitch on the way, grounded toward the shortstop. Schultz's throw to first is in time, and the Quakers will leave a man on here in the 5th. Earlham gets a base hit, just their second of the afternoon. But we're going to head now to the top of inning number 6. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers lead it by 1.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Well, pitching certainly has dominated game number 2 between Kyle Gorman as well as Parker Sazovsky. One a freshman, the other one a senior, and the final warm-up tosses, and we're ready to go. Chosid, Bean, and Propson all due up.
Leading things off here in the 6th inning, the shortstop, number 6, Ben Chosid.
Chosid struck out looking back in the 3rd. Gorman's first pitch. In there for a strike. Things a little bit close, but as a pitcher, kind of guessing that even with it 1-0, ground ball right side should be an easy play for Mark as he picks it up off the carpet, and there's one away. But I was about ready to say I think you stay a little bit more focused as a pitcher when things are this close. That'll bring up now Blake Bean.
Now batting the center fielder, number 23, Blake Bean.
Gorman, though, he has been sharp today, just 2 base hits. Bean is 0 for 2 against the right-hander. And the pitch, he'll show a bunt, and he fouls it off. I know Earlham's coaching staff coming in really wasn't sure what they were going to see here today from a hitting standpoint. The numbers for Kalamazoo were astronomical coming in after that trip to California. Pitch is low and inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Some of those numbers have been inflated, I'm sure. I don't think Caltech is a really strong baseball program. But nonetheless, a good start for Kalamazoo as the pitch is inside and gets away from the catcher, Bradley. So we'll go to 2 balls and a strike. But the Quakers had plenty of information from the series they played last year. The 2-1 pitch is outside, 3 balls and a strike. Being very tough at the top of that order. Here's your 3-1 pitch, grounded over the middle. Charging will be Pinsura, scoops and throws, and he's safe. So that'll be an infield base hit, 3rd hit of the ball game now for Kalamazoo. And that'll bring up Doug Propson, the 3rd baseman.
Now batting the 3rd baseman, number 5, Doug Propson.
Doug has lined out twice. 1 for 6 in the 2 games. But now Bean is on base. See if they'll try to return the favor as the Quakers running themselves as that's hit foul. No balls and a strike. They had bunted a sacrifice bunt in the first game. Even with 1 out, they got the runners advanced to 2nd and 3rd, and it all worked out great. Bean probably pretty good speed down at first base, and they'll throw over. We talked about it earlier. They don't steal a ton of bases. In fact, coming into this one, just 7 in this series, just 7 stolen bases in 8 attempts. And Bean only has 1 stolen base coming into the series as well, so they're not a team that's going to run a whole lot. The stretch and the pitch on the way, runner takes off and no throw. So that'll be a stolen base for Bean. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike now to Propson. Your tying run now standing down at 2nd base, and the Hornets trying to come from behind for the 2nd straight game. Another pitch in the dirt by Gorman. There's a right-hander now throwing in the Earlham bullpen. Looks like Nate Hemrick, the sophomore out of Kokomo. Hemrick has been good in middle relief here in the early stages of this college baseball season. The stretch and the pitch. That's a strike. Count is even at 2-2. Playing here in the top half of inning number 6. Earlham trying to hold on to a 1-0 lead, but a runner at second base. Propson back in. And the stretch again by Gorman. And the pitch on the way, hit foul. And a good cut by Propson. Blake Bean at second base, just his second stolen base of the season. Now he's starting to see that shadow coming over home plate. That's going to make it a little bit tougher for the hitters. The break-even pitch on the way, blocked by Bradley. And we're going to go to 3-2. There's not a ton of room behind the home plate area in the backstop, but still anything gets away here. Bean is automatically to third, so it's nothing like he could advance on to home. When we played at McBride Stadium, that might have been a possibility. The pitch on the way, hit down the right field line, but foul. And we'll stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Quakers used to play there up until a few years ago when this ballpark was built, and there was all kinds of room behind home plate. If you're at second base and you got a decent lead on a wild pitch, you potentially could score. The payout pitch is high and inside for ball 4. And now runners at first and second, and that'll bring up Chase Koselman, but not until we have a visit to the mound. Gorman has been throwing well through the first 5 1/3, gave up that base hit to Bean, and now the walk to Propson. That's just the second walk of the day. And they may be going to the bullpen right now. Looks like they have signaled for Nate Hemrick. So right now it looks like the Quakers will go short term here with Kyle Gorman, and we'll go to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new pitcher coming up in just a couple of moments. This is Quaker Baseball right here in Radio Troy Digital Sport.
Our community, it's where we live, it's where we work, it's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Well, Nate Hemrick, as we mentioned, getting a chance to throw, the sophomore out of Kokomo. So far, Nate this year, 5 1/3 innings. This is his 4th appearance, giving up just 1 hit, 8 strikeouts, no walks, no ERA. Right now, Nate averaging 13.5 strikeouts per 9 innings of work. So Gorman done after 5 1/3. The 2 base runners are still his responsibility. And Chase Koselman, the designated hitter, is due up next. If you just joined us, had a tight ball game earlier today. The Quakers got out to an early lead 2-1 and then led it 3-1 going into the 6th inning, but it was an 8th inning that killed the Quakers, in which they gave up 3 runs, and Kalamazoo came back to win it 5-3. Hamrick didn't get a ton of warm-up time down in the bullpen, but I think he's ready to go. So here is Chase Kosselman.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 14, Chase Kosselman.
Kosselman singled in the first. So now it's up to Hamrick. The stretch. And the pitch on the way is a breaking ball in there for a strike. You could hear the one third base coach, I think it was him, you could hear the number 145 is what he called out. And of course, now the hitter looks at his card to see what they're looking for here. Runners take off. The pitch is low. The throw down to second. Not in time, and a double steal. Bean with his second stolen base now, as the Quakers will see runners at second and third and no balls and 2 strikes now to Kosselman. Not only the tying run standing down at third base, the go-ahead run is at second. As I said earlier, both of these runs will be charged to Gorman if they score. 1 away here in the 6th inning. The stretch by Hamrick. And the pitch on the way is a fastball up high. Kosselman singled again in that first inning. He is 1 for 2. Earlier today in the first game went 2 for 3. Hamrick with the set, and he will not even look at the runner at third. The pitch is going to be hit foul. Bradley able to get that throwing hand out of the way as that one sailed right by the starting catcher today in game number 2. Bean down at third, props in at second. Hamrick, a long look now to Bradley. The stretch. And the right-hander's pitch on the way. Hit down the line, and that's going to drift foul and go out of play. Hamrick, part of a good Kokomo baseball program. Of course, they had a great run in his senior season. One of his teammates on that team now pitching at Purdue. Kosselman back in as Hamrick comes set. And the pitch on the way. Check swing as Bradley able to knock it down. The tag laid on, and they will say that ball was in the dirt and he did not go around. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hamrick comes set. The pitch on the way, popped it up foul, and this one went right over our heads. So we'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This right now a big half inning for both these teams. Runs have been hard to come by here today in the first 2 games. Runners will get their leads at second and third. The stretch by Nate and the fastball right under the chin. Also been able to duck out of the way. We'll go to 3 and 2. Well, the idea is go fastball high and tight and perhaps something right here low and away. Thinking maybe that Koselman would back off a little bit, see if Nate will go to the outside here. Here's the payoff pitch on the way, and a fastball loses in. Bases are loaded. Back-to-back walks, and that'll bring up Noah Hecht. And we're going to have a powwow now with everybody coming over for Kalamazoo. This is rather unusual that you would see something like this with the entire infield guys on base coming over. The first base, he has come over, so I'm assuming that they get an unofficial timeout right here. So now the meeting has now broken up, and it'll be up to Noah Hecht.
Now batting the right fielder, number 22, Noah Hecht.
Noah's 0 for 2. He struck out twice. First time that the Hornets have had the bases loaded here in game number 2. Now Nate has himself in a little bit of a jam here in inning number 6, the stretch. And the pitch is low for a ball. Now the shadow has completely engulfed home plate. Let's see how the hitters will adjust to this. Hecht back in. Hemrick set to throw. Runners will get their leads in all 3 bases. The pitch on the way is a breaking ball that didn't break enough, and we'll go to 2-0. If you're Kalamazoo, you're going to make Nate Hemrick throw as many pitches as you possibly can. Nobody else throwing now in the Earlham bullpen. As Hecht will step back in, Hemrick now ready to throw. The pitch on the way, and it misses low and outside, 3-0. And now just one pitch away from walking in the tying run. Now you need a strike right here. Now, if you're Hecht, you're not going to be swinging, and if I'm Hemrick, I'm going to throw it right down the middle and get that first strike, and then work on the next one. Here's the stretch by the right-hander. And the pitch on the way, and he missed it high. Well, 3 straight walks by Earlham pitching, and this game is tied at 1 apiece, and that'll bring up Amani Kareem.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 1, Amani Kareem.
Well, just one away. The Quakers could use a ground ball and a double play and get out of this inning. That pitch is outside for a ball. Now some movement in the Earlham bullpen. Amani Kareem 1 for 2. He singled in the 5th. The stretch by Hemrick. And the pitch on the way is hit into right center field. This is going to be trouble. Hobson will score. Koselman will score. Rounding third is Hecht. He is going to score. And Amani to third with a triple. It is now 5-1. Take that back 4-1 with the 3-run triple. How about Amani Kareem? Another big hit. 4 hits now, and that may be it for Hemrick too. So those 2 runs that were on base, those 2 base runners, they're charged to the starter Gorman. Hemrick giving up 2 runs in the inning. And Spencer Baldwin is due up next. And Baldwin may be done right here, as it appears that Austin Duff will be hitting in the place of Spencer Baldwin.
Now batting for Kalamazoo, number 12, Austin Duff.
Bring in a left-handed hitter to face Hemrick. The infield is in. Amani Kareem with the big triple, driving in 3 runs, a 4-run 6th inning. The stretch by Hemrick and the pitch on the way is a breaking ball in there for a strike. By the way, still just 1 out here in this 6th inning. The one thing that Steve Sakasitz always talks about, don't give up a big inning, anything 3+. Well, that's happened now. The pitch by the right-hander is outside, and Nate having a tough time finding the strike zone. So Duff back in. 1 ball and 1 strike. The stretch by Hemrick and the pitch got the outside corner. There you go. Well, thought that was ball 2, but he falls down in the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. 4 runs across here in the 6th inning, and another one with our Amani Kareem down at 3rd. The pitch on the way, line back up the middle. That'll get through with the infield in. So Duff does his job as he drives in another run. And it's now 5-1. And still just 1 away in the inning. And that'll bring up the catcher now, Pozak.
Now batting the catcher, number 9, Harrison Pozak.
At 0 for 1. He did walk in the 5th inning, but Kalamazoo flexing their muscle here in the 6th. Hemrick with the pitch, and it's a called strike. Quakers bullpen was not very effective in the last game. Dominic Michael gave up 3 hits and 3 runs, ended up taking the loss out of the bullpen in game 1. So right now, Nate Hemrick would not be the pitcher of record because those 2 runs have been charged to the starter, Gorman. Fly ball into right center field. That's going to fall in for another base hit. Kalamazoo fans that have made the trip are now seeing the Hornets about ready to bat around here in the inning because Hunsanger is the 9th hitter.
Now batting the left fielder, number 24, Trevor Hunsanger.
There are 2 right-handers throwing in the Earlham bullpen. Runners at first and second. Hunsanger is 0 for 2 today. His first look at the right-hander. The first pitch is up high, 1-0. Bean scored, Propson, Kozelman, Hecht, and Kareem. Runners will get their leads at first and second. The stretch by Hemrick. And the pitch on the way is inside out swing, hit foul. So the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. The contest between the guys on deck or somebody from the Quaker side racing after a loose baseball.
Okay, let's go for 1.
Well, so far that shadow over the plate hasn't bothered Kalamazoo at all.
Go, Nate, you got
They're picking up the ball very well off the right-hander Hemrick. Breaking pitches outside, 2 balls, no strikes. 9th hitter of the inning. Quakers right now really need that double play and get out of this. Nate will come set. And And the pitch on the way, another foul is a good swing by Hunsinger. And the count is even 2-2. Hunsinger, a redshirt freshman out of Rochester Hills, Michigan. Did not play in game one as he's getting a chance now to give Kalamazoo a couple of more runs here in the 6th inning, the stretch. And the pitch on the way as a breaking ball is low. We'll go to 3-2. Quakers walking 3 hitters in the inning, and all 3 coming back to score. The payoff pitch on the way, hit down the right field line, and this will go foul. That may have cleared the bases again if that is a fair ball. Right now for the Hornets, they have 6 base hits. Go along the 5 runs. 4 of those hits coming here in the 6th inning. Still 2 right-handers throwing in the Earlham bullpen as Hamburg trying to get out of here without any further damage done. The stretch. And the pitch on the way, got him looking, and he knew it. Boy, let a pretty good pitch go by right there, and Nate needed that one. And now we'll go to the number 9 hitter, Ben Chosit.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 6, Ben Chosit.
So now the 10th hitter of the inning, Chosit is 0 for 2. First strikeout for Nate Hemrick. Austin Hatfield trying to sneak behind the runner down at first base in Posat. Long look this time by Nate into his catcher Bradley, and he'll come set. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's in there for strike 1. Chosit started this inning and grounded out to the second baseman Jandro. And since then, it's been a long, long inning for the Quakers. The stretch. Emmerich will double look back at second and comes home with a pitch. He'll show bunt, bunted to the third base side. Hamrick coming off and throwing to first, and he got him. Bang, bang, play at first base, but Chosit is out 1-3, and that'll do it for the inning. But 5 runs across in the inning. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 6. The Quakers will now have to play from behind here the rest of the way. This is Quaker Baseball right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Are you tired of your current IT company prices going up every month? Do you get only 4 or 5 hours included in your contract before you're charged overages or per hour fees? Midwest IT Support has set pricing that allows you to budget for your business with no contracts or overages. It's all included. You get a full IT staff without hiring a full-time person. Call us for a free quote. We make IT easy. Call 765-239-9668 or email us at helpdesk@midwestitsupport.com.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners. For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Leading off for the Quakers, the third baseman, number 7, Danny Dopp.
Changes for the Hornets. Duff will take over at first base as Danny Dopp is set to hit, pops it up to the right side. Hecht coming in toward the line, and one pitch, one out for the Quakers here in the bottom half of inning number 6, and that'll bring up Austin Hatfield.
Now batting the first baseman, number 17, Austin Hatfield.
By the way, the new left fielder, saw the young man earlier as Zach Priestash will take over. This one popped up and will go out of play. So no balls and a strike. So Priestash in left, and again Duff at first base. Quakers down in this one 5-1. Sosofsky with a pitch. Popped up right side. Hecht has been busy today as he'll drift near the line, make the catch, and 2 quick outs here in the 6th inning, and that'll bring in Brian Pensura.
Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Brian Pensura.
Yeah, I just had to deal, I'm on. Yeah. I go where I want.
Quakers so far just 2 base hits, one by Dopp and one by Jandro. Sosofsky with a pitch on the way, and the left-hander jumps out in front at 0-1. Well, the Quakers, we talked about it before. It's not a big mystery. They've had their troubles over the last couple of years against left-handers. And they've gotten a steady diet of left-handers here today as that one hit to the screen. We'll go to no balls and 2 strikes. Back here tomorrow beginning at noon. Quakers are expected to throw Colin Greavy, another senior. Here is the 0-2 pitch on the way, high and outside. We'll go to 1-2. Lose this one and you lose this series. You want to get game 1 if you can. Quakers unable to do that. Time is going to be called here at the plate, so Pensura backing out. Sosofsky ready to throw again and kind of lays that one in there deep in the hole, backhanded by the shortstop. Throw to first, not in time, as Chosin had a long way to go on that one. So Pensura with the infield base hit, 3rd hit by the Quakers, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Cameron McCabe.
Now batting the left fielder, number 5, Cameron McCabe.
Well, Earlham has had base runners in the last 3 innings, but so far managing just 1 run. Sosofsky with a pitch. And it's low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Outfield will say stay straight away for McCabe. Couple of doubles in game 1, and time will be called this time by McCabe. His transition from being a natural catcher to the outfield has worked out well, as we watched him take over in left field this season. Pitch is low. That'll be ball 2. Solid defensively, still trying to work some kinks out a little bit at the plate. McCabe came into this one hitting at 259. 0 for 2 today. Well, a lot of times as a hitter, if you make a change in positions, you're working so much on what you need to do defensively, it does hurt you at the plate. Throw to first, but I think this guy's a good enough athlete all around that he has solved the issue in the outfield if there even was one. Now looking to be a better hitter at the plate in the number 6 hole here in game 2. The stretch by Sosofsky in the pitch, and that one hits him. So Cameron will take one for the team right there, and the Quakers will have runners at first and second, and that'll bring up the catcher now in Andrew Bradley.
Now batting, the catcher number 30, Andrew Bradley.
Another visit to the mound. There's some stirring going on now in the Kalamazoo bullpen. Quakers have a right-hander getting ready as well. So Earlham may go back to their bullpen. I think Hemrick will be done for the day, as Earlham will go to Tyler Netzley. The meeting is over, and again, there's a right-hander now warming up for Kalamazoo. That will be number 10, which is John Kunick, senior out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Nope, he's out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. So the Quakers runners at first and second. Bradley steps in. The stretch by Sosofsky, and the pitch on the way is low for a ball. Pinsura down at second base. McCabe is at first. This could be another tandem you could double steal with if you want to take a chance at it. Down in this one 5-1. The pitch. There's a strike. And the count is even at 1-1. We've not heard a score yet on the men's lacrosse game that is going on right now. If we get an update, we'll pass it along. The stretch and the pitch on the way. That gets behind the hitter, and the catcher unable to knock that one down. So that's going to be a wild pitch on Sosofsky. And now the runners at second and third, and the count 2 balls and a strike. So now we've seen a hit batsman and a wild pitch by the left-hander. His opening game, if I'm not mistaken, only threw 5 innings. So right now he has surpassed the 5 innings in game 1 that he threw. When he got the first 2 hitters pretty quickly, got Danny Dopp and Austin Hatfield to fly out to right field. But a struggle over the last 2+ hitters. He'll work from the windup now with Pinsura at third and McCabe at second base. Swing and a miss. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sosofsky once again. Long look into his catcher, now ready to throw. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul, third base side. Bradley knew he didn't miss that by a whole lot. Quakers managing just 3 hits so far. By the way, the men's lacrosse team losing 11-2. We'll get an update there. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and got him. That's a big out there for Kalamazoo as we will head now to the top of inning number 7. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers trail at 5-1.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Well, Tyler Netsley will now pitch here in the 7th inning. Robson and Koselman all due up. Get you some numbers here on Tyler. For Netsley, this is just his second appearance. He's thrown 2 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 2 earned. 2 strikeouts and 1 walk and an ERA of 9. Tyler so far no record this young season. So it'll be Blake Bean to lead things off for Kalamazoo.
Leading things off for Kalamazoo, the center fielder, number 23, Blake Bean.
Blake 1 for 3 here in game number 2, and Netsley's first pitch in there for a strike. Here's the wind by Tyler, and the pitch a little bit outside will even up the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, Earlham, not much to cheer about so far today as the bats have gone south in these 2 games. That pitch is a called strike. Kalamazoo trying to move to 5-1 on the year. Netsley let that one get away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's why you play these non-conference games, to get yourself ready for the conference season. That pitch just a little bit low and outside, 3-2. And coach will talk about that. You'd love to win all these games as much as you possibly can. If you don't win the tournament, you'd like to have some quality wins throughout the season, maybe get an at-large bid. They want to get some guys in, as that one will be chopped to the right side. Picked up by Hatfield. He'll step on the bag. There's 1 away. And that'll bring up now Propson, the third baseman.
Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Doug Propson.
Propson walked and scored in the last half inning. You know, the one thing that Earlham has been able to do early in this season is get a lot of young guys in to play. See some live pitching. And they'll see more of that when they get down to Florida, as that pitch stays inside 1-0. I know we still have another game against Wilmington and then 3 against Capital, but I think they're looking forward to seeing some different teams again this year down in Florida. Breaking ball hit hard and backhanded by the third baseman Danny Doppelo. Throw dug out there, and there's 2 away. Danny's been kind of quiet here today. Not a whole lot of action down at third, but with 2 outs, Chase Koselman will step to the plate.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 14, Chase Koselman.
So 2 quick outs. Koselman 1 for 2, a run scored. He walked and scored in the 6th inning as Tyler's pitch in there for a strike. Netzley ready to throw. The pitch on the way, low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Netzley, the 3rd pitcher used here in game number 2. The Quakers used 3 pitchers in the first game as well, as that one stays inside. And we'll go to 2 balls and a strike. Two away here in the 7th. Quakers down 5-1. The leg kick and the pitch, and that one's going to be lined into left field. That could be extra bases. McCabe able to run it down at the warning track, and a stand-up double. Well, he actually slid for some reason, but a double right there for Koselman. And that'll bring up Noah Hecht.
Now batting the right fielder, number 22, Noah Hecht.
So a 2-out double. That's the 7th hit now for Kalamazoo in game number 2. Of course, they had 11 hits in game 1. That was their first hit off of Tyler Netzley as he's set to throw, and the pitch on the way is a breaking ball that stays up high. 1 ball, no strikes. Hecht struck out back in the 1st, caught looking in the 4th, and walked and scored in the 6th inning. Tyler gets the sign from Bradley. And the pitch on the way on the outside corner for a strike. We'll go to 1-1. Quaker bench very quiet as we play here in the 7th. Fans have been rather subdued today as well, as they don't have a whole lot offensively to cheer about. Backhand attempt there by Danny Dopp. Everybody is safe now at 1st and 3rd. We'll see how they'll officially score that one. It's going to be an error. So they're going to get Dopp for the error. That'll be Earlham's first error here in game number 2, and that'll bring up Amani Kareem.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 1, Amani Kareem.
Yep. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. So Netzley will come set, runners on the corners, and the runner will take off. In fact, a delay there. The Quakers are not going to throw through on this one. So now runners at 2nd and 3rd. They wanted to get Noah Hecht in a rundown, and we saw that in game 1, and then try to score that run before the out. No balls and a strike. It's 0-2 now to the hitter. Breaking pitch. It's 0-2 right now. There you go. So Monty Kareem down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Netzley ready to throw. The pitch on the way. Misses low and inside. Amani Kareem had that 3-run triple in the 6th inning. That's the big hit of the ball game right now. Netzley will come set, and the pitch on the way, and that's low and inside. 2-2. It appears, at least right now, that Sosovsky is going to be back for another inning. Nobody is throwing into the Kalamazoo bullpen. Netsley ready to throw again. This one hit into center field. Coming on will be Shake, and sliding and making the catch. Great play by the center fielder, Isaiah Shake. That will prevent 2 more runs from scoring here in the 7th. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 7. Now on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers trail at 5-1.
Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 South East Street in Richmond.
Dargy Repair Service is family owned and operated, and they work on every kind of vehicle and specialize in imports. You can count on Dargy to do repairs and service, big and small. Dargy does regular service to major repairs. They do everything for your car except bodywork and tires. Dargy is a certified TechNet professional auto service. Dargy Repair and Service, 1700 Northwest 11th Street in Richmond. For more information, give them a call at 935-2241.
Cooterer and Jandro all due up here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Quakers down 5-1.
Leading things off for the Quakers, the designated hitter, number 9, Matt
Maybe Sosofsky would be back. There is a right-hander throwing in the bullpen, so this might be the final inning for Sosofsky. And then the Quakers will have to adjust to a right-hander coming in as Sosofsky set to throw his first pitch to Freeze and opens up with a breaking pitch in there for a strike. Earlham in game 1 managing just 5 hits. Here in game 2, just 3. There's a swing and a miss. Freeze down 0-2. Sosofsky with the pitch. That was that one, huh? Sosofsky threw a great pitch right there, got Freeze, and there's one away. And that'll bring up Jordan Cooterer. We're going to have a pinch hitter now as Cooterer will come out. This will be Easton Embry.
Pinch hitting for the Quakers, number 16, Easton Embry.
So Cooterer will come out of the ball game 0-2. Embry will pinch it here, so we may see a different right fielder when the Quakers come out in the 8th inning. Yeah, Sosofsky once again trying to finish out 7 innings of work today, and the first pitch low and inside, 1-0. Yeah, the Quakers bottom of the order, which has generally been pretty reliable this season. Right now 0-8 between numbers 7 through 9, and that pitch gets away from the catcher. Will go to 2-0. Easton in limited time this season for the Quakers, hitting at .286 with 3 runs driven in. Hits this one foul. And we'll go to 2 balls and a strike. Earlham in the first several games of the year able to generate some big innings. It just hasn't been there today so far as Embry steps back in. Sosofsky set to throw. And here's your 2-1 pitch on the way, hit foul. And we'll go to 2-2. Embry has an open stance from that right side as Sosofsky's pitch on the way fouled off. And we will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The break-even pitch once again got him out in front. Catcher will throw on down to first, so that'll be a strikeout throw out for out number 2. That'll bring up Mark Jandro.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 1, Mark Jandro.
3 straight strikeouts now by Sosofsky. And the left-hander trying to finish out another inning. The pitch on the way is outside for a ball. Mark today a single back in the 5th inning. He has scored the Quakers' only run in inning number 4. And that swung on and hit foul. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, if you're Kalamazoo, you got to be happy with Sosofsky in his second outing. He got the win in the first outing, but gave up quite a few hits and runs. Ground ball to the shortstop. And the throw to first is low, and Jandro is safe at first. That'll be an error on the shortstop. That'll bring up Isaiah Shake. That's the 3rd error of the ball game on Kalamazoo.
Now batting the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
So now the Quakers have a runner on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The right-hander continues to throw in the Kalamazoo bullpen. And the pitch on the way, good breaking ball, and Isaiah way out in front. Certainly not an ideal situation here, but you think maybe the Quakers might try to get something generated with Jandro at first base, and you got a good contact hitter at the plate. You have 2 outs. And I think Sosofsky might be thinking the same thing as Mark. Excellent speed down at first base. I mean, the hitting just isn't there right at the moment. They're going to have to try to generate something here pretty quick as you're now starting to run out of time. The pitch on the way is low and outside for a ball. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So far, Isaiah's been on base once in this game. That was a walk back in the 4th inning. He is lined out and grounded out here today. The stretch by the left-hander. And runner takes off. This one hit high in the air down the right field line. Hecht on the run will make the catch right on the line. And a great play by the right fielder Hecht. Well, the Quakers were thinking, let's run and try to generate something, and pretty good plan up until the nice defensive play by Hecht to end the inning. We will head now to the 8th inning. Quakers down 5-1.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with the most comprehensive auto repair services that include general services, car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. Their goal is simple: to offer the best services available at affordable prices to get you back on the road in no time. time. For a high-performance vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, give them a call at 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Well, leading things off for the Hornets here in the 8th inning. It should be Duff to lead it off, and it is.
Now batting for Kalamazoo, the first baseman, number 12, Austin Duff.
Duff came in for Baldwin. Quakers will have Easton Embry now behind the plate as the catcher, and the pitch is outside for a ball. Alec Bryan will take over in right field, and he, along with Gendreau and Hatfield, will be battling a brutal sun right now. Here's the pitch, and that caught the inside corner for a strike. We're even at 1-1. Boy, Kalamazoo's had a couple of very nice defensive plays. Here's the pitch. That's a line drive right to the shortstop. Pinsur will snag that one, and there's one away. And that'll bring up now the catcher, Posat.
Now batting the catcher, number 9, Harrison Posat.
Posat will step to the plate. He is 1 for 2. And Netzley's pitch stays inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Quakers have a right-hander throwing in their bullpen. If he comes in, it'll be the 4th pitcher they've used in game 2. Ground ball, Danny Dopp. The throw to first in time, 2 away. And that will bring up now Price Stash, the left fielder.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 3, Zach Price-Stash.
Price-Stash hitting in the number 8 hole. And again with 2 away, Price-Stash started in game 1. His first look at Netzley here today, and the breaking pitch is inside. The late kick and the pitch, grounded back up the middle. Gendreau near the bag. The off-balance throw is in time, and that'll do it for Kalamazoo here in the 8th inning. We'll head to the bottom half of inning number 8 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers down 5-1.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Now Danny Dopp will lead things off for the Quakers here in the bottom half of inning number 8.
Leading things off for the Quakers, the third baseman, number 7, Danny Dopp.
So Kunek will come in as the right-hander, and Danny will take the pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. Kunek, a senior out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. Lakers down 5-1. Ground ball. That'll go off the glove of a diving first baseman as Duff nearly made a great play. So Danny will get a base hit, his second hit. And here's Austin Hatfield.
Now batting for the Quakers, the first baseman, number 17, Austin Hatfield.
Austin 0 for 3. Earlham now with 4 base hits. The stretch and the pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Kunek making his 3rd appearance. He's only thrown 2 1/3 innings. A breaking pitch in there for a strike. He's given up 7 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned. A walk and a strikeout with an ERA of 15.43. And the count is evened out of Hatfield with 1 ball, 1 strike. The stretch and the pitch on the way, hit foul. It's a really good cut there by Austin Hatfield. Now Hatfield has to make the adjustment. You had the left-handers throwing a little bit softer, but a lot of breaking pitches, and now a hard-throwing right-hander. The way the ball delivered, a whole lot different. There's another breaking pitch. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hatfield struck out in the 2nd, lined out in the 4th, and flew out in the 6th inning. Kunek will now throw to first, not in time, as Danny Dopp, a little shorter lead. Quakers need base runners as we play here in the 8th. Here's the stretch once again by Kunek. And the pitch on the way, grounded, high chopper, third baseman. Props in, throws to second, and it might have been lost in the sun by Amani. So that'll be the 4th error. And the Quakers have runners at first and second, and here is Pinsura.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 4, Brian Pinsura.
I'm a young CEO, sure. Yeah.
That's a tough one there for the second baseman. You know, we look at that side, and anytime we get to this point in the day and those guys are battling the sun, and that ball had to have been thrown right into the sun. So now Kunek has runners at first and second. Fly ball shallow center. Bean will come on, not deep enough for the runners to advance. And so there's one away. And that'll bring up McCabe. We will have a pinch hitter here as Nathan Blanchinaise will now hit.
Pinch hitting for the Quakers, number 40, Nathan Blanchinaise.
margin in left field.
Let's go, Nathan. Big hit here.
And runners at first and second, one out. Lanchonnaise will step in. The stretch and the pitch in there for a strike. Lakers see if they can take advantage of the error here in the eighth. The stretch and the pitch. Hit down the right field line. Will it stay fair? It will not, as that will go foul. And Lanchonnaise now down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Lanchonnaise out of Lexington, Kentucky. He, along with his brother Christian, both had committed to Cincinnati Christian University, and then that school closed down and they transfer here. Be a part of this Quaker baseball program. The pitch, that is going to jam him. Throw to second, and a bad throw, and a run will score. That's going to be a throwing error on Kunick. That's now 5 errors today by this Kalamazoo baseball team. So Dopp scores, and now we'll see Alec Bryan.
Now batting for the Quakers, the right fielder, number 2, Alec Bryan.
Now the entire infield coming in.
Smart hitter, too.
Well, you don't win many baseball games committing 5 errors, but so far Kalamazoo still ahead in this one, 5-2. And there's 1 out here in the 8th inning. Still runners at first and second. So Alec Bryan will hit for the first time today here in the 8th.
Hey, relax, dude. Nice hit, babe.
Well, one thing about that, you maybe look at the play made by Kunick. I don't know why he just didn't go ahead and get the sure out at first. Not try to make a double play right there. You would add 2 outs, and the run would not have scored on that play. Is that pitch in there for a strike? You're ahead 5-1 at that point, and then just come back and live for another day, try to get the out of Alec Bryan. You would have had Lanchonnaise at first base, and worst come to worst, you might have runners at second and third, and that would have been it. Here's the stretch by Kunick and the pitch. Alex showing bunt, and the pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-2. Sometimes players try to do a little bit too much, and that time it was Kunick trying to make the play at second base.
Alec, you got this. Be a drifter up there.
The stretch by Kunick, a check of the runner at second, and here's the pitch. Breaking ball got him swinging. So 2 away. Now stepping to the plate for the Quakers, Mike Medley.
Now batting for the Quakers, number 13, Mike Medley.
So Medley will hit in the spot where Freeze was. So 2 away now for the Quakers. Still runners at first and second, and 1 run across. And Medley will step up for the first time here today. Medley hitting, in fact, still looking for his first base hit of the year. The stretch and the pitch, and a home run cut, and he's down at 0-1. We mentioned the struggles already today at the bottom of the order. See if Medley can deliver right here, coming off the bench for the first time today. And the pitch is low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Quakers now, we talked about 7 through 9. That's now what? 4, 7, 0 for 10. If you throw in number 6 in there, it is 0 for 13 with 1 hit batsman. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Let's go, Medley. You got this.
If you want to move up 1 more to number 5, you have 1 base hit. You add 3 more, 2 more at bats in there. So it has not been good at the bottom of the order today, at least here in game number 2. The pitch on the way, got him swinging. So Kunik able to get out of the inning. We will head to the 9th. On the Wesley Bay 12th Management scoreboard, Quakers trailed this one 5-2.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was almost too easy. How about Tony's Car Sales in Richmond? Hi, this is Troy Darengowski. You know, I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's, and I couldn't have been happier with their service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked me through the entire process. Hey, if you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West. For more information, give them a call at 962-5665 or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com. New Vision Sports is a program that will focus on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete. It includes all ages and skill levels. They'll create a customized workout plan to provide an ongoing motivation and support program that'll help you achieve your training goals. There are 3 reasons to train with New Vision Sports: variety, specificity, and accountability. New Vision Sports. Give them a call at 977-5831 or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
Now the Quakers will now go with Nick Carrizales, the sophomore out of Greenwood, Indiana. Played his high school baseball at Whiteland. And it looks like Lanchinaise will take over in left field. Nathan moving again into the lineup here in the 9th. So the Quakers using their 4th pitcher of the day, and it looks like, see if the shortstop will stay into the ball game, Chosid, and it is.
Leading things off for Kalamazoo, the shortstop, number 6, Ben Chosid.
Chosid will hit here, and this is the number 9 hitter. Chosid 0 for 3. And Carrizales' first pitch is a fastball that stays inside, 1-0.
Nice pitch, 5-1.
Quakers down 5-2. Lost the first game earlier today by a final of 5-3. There's a strike. Carrizales will get the sign. Here's the pitch, grounded up the middle. Jandro was there, takes it on the hop, and boy, he did a little double pump right there. I think he might have a hard time getting that ball out of his glove. But there's one away, and that'll bring up the top of the order now, Blake Bean. Time will be called first. We will not announce him yet until we see if he's going to stay in the ball game here with 1 out. I wouldn't imagine they would take out their leadoff hitter, but that may be the case. Well, they're going to leave him in.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 23, Blake Bean.
Bean 1 base hit. He was part of that 4-run 6th inning.
Let's go 5-1.
The Pitch on the way is low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Quakers looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th. They have 9, 1, and 2. That pitch in there for a strike. The pitch by Carrizales, and it's outside for a ball, 2-1. Nick, by the way, making just his second appearance, 1 inning, giving up a hit, 2 runs, no earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. After the foul ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The break-even pitch missing outside, 3-2.
Come on, Crazy, you got this.
So full count now to the leadoff hitter, Bean. He'll step back in, and here's the pitch. Fly ball into shallow left center field. Coming on to make the catch will be Isaiah Shake, and there's 2 away. And that'll bring up now Propson, the third baseman.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 5, Doug Propson.
So Nick able to get the first 2 hitters he has faced, as Propson, only time he's been on base back in the 6th inning. And Carrizales will open up with a breaking pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Quakers will need 3 in the bottom of the 9th to keep it going. Here's the pitch. That'll be chopped foul. We'll stay right here at 0-2. Boy, long day today. You start at noon. We're now approaching 6 o'clock. You probably came to the ballpark by, well, before 10. We got here at about 10:30. There's a pitch in there for a strike. Got him looking. We head to the bottom half of inning number 9. Quakers need 3 to keep this one alive. This is Earlham Baseball right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners.
Are you tired of your current IT company prices going up every month? Do you get only 4 or 5 hours included in your contract before you're charged overages or per hour fees? Midwest IT Support has set pricing that allows you to budget for your business with no contracts or overages. It's all included. You get a full IT staff without hiring a full-time person. Call us for a free quote. We make IT easy. Call 765-239-9668 or email us at helpdesk@midwestitsupport.com.
Leading off for the Quakers, the catcher, number 16, Easton Embry.
Propson will take over as the pitcher. He will try to gain the save again. Dugan Fife will take over down at third. So Embry steps in, and the first pitch he sees is in there for a strike. So the Quakers down now to their final 3 outs in this one. Kalamazoo trying to take the first 2. Here's the wind and the pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. And another one bobbled. That'll be 6 errors. That's amazing. Here is Mark Jandro.
Now batting the second baseman, number 1, Mark Jandro.
She can't see my road in the hallway. Getting bored with this money counting all day.
Pinch running for the Quakers at first base.
James Grace.
So Jandro will step up as the Quakers, can they take advantage of 6 errors made today in this second game by Kalamazoo, and the pitch hits him. So now runners at first and second, no outs, and here's Isaiah Shea.
Now batting the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shea.
Earlham trying to rally here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 2 runners on. Isaiah walked back in the 4th inning. Only time he's been on base, and Propson with the strike. 0-1. Propson got the save in game 1. As he moves back in to try to close it out here. The stretch. And the pitch on the way. It's low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. The stretch by Propson. The pitch on the way, lined into left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. They will hold the runner at third, and it's a good thing they did because Grace would have been thrown out. So now the bases are loaded, and here's Danny Dopp.
Number 7,
Danny Dopp, home run right here.
Still no outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Right-hander throwing in the Kalamazoo bullpen. The pitch on the way is low for a ball.
Hey, come on, Danny. Big hit right here.
The Quakers now and their fans coming alive a little bit here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Well, the 6 errors committed by Kalamazoo here today as the breaking pitch is outside, 2-0. It is very rare that you're going to get 6 errors and still win a baseball game, but they are still ahead 5 to the pitch. That misses low, ball 3. Pitch caught the inside corner for a strike. Danny steps back in. The pitch is rolling outside. They're walking a run. Still no outs. Here's Austin Hatfield. Not before we have a visit to the mound.
The first baseman, number 17, Austin Hatfield.
Now we're going to have another pitching change for Kalamazoo. We'll tell you about the new pitcher coming up here in just a moment. Quakers down 5-3 as we play here in the ninth.
Are you tired of your current IT company prices going up every month? Do you get only 4 or 5 hours included in your contract before you're charged overages or per hour fees? Midwest IT Support has set pricing that allows you to budget for your business with no contracts or overages. It's all included. You get a full IT staff without hiring a full-time person. Call us for a free quote. We make IT easy. Call 765-239-9668 or email us at helpdesk@midwestitsupport.com.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Prinsky
He's going to hit the monster, and nope, it's going to clear the monster
and the
left field.
right-hander will be coming in as Propson moves back over to third.
Good hit, wow, goodbye. See you later. This one is no doubt about it. If your car's marked
Quakers again with no outs here in the ninth inning, and Austin Hatfield ready to go to work. Jandro at third, Isaiah Shake at second base. Danny Dopp at first. James Grace came across the plate, still no outs. 5-3. Can the Quakers rally here in the bottom of the ninth inning and try to even up this series at one game apiece? The stretch. And the pitch, ground ball, could be trouble. Diving and making the play. The throw is off the mark at third. A run will score. And the Quakers make it 5-4. Base hit on the score there as Jandro will score. They're going to check on the base runner down at third and Isaiah Shake, and that'll bring up Brian Pinsura.
Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Brian Pinsura.
Shake's okay. They're going to make sure that he's not shaken up down at third base. Of course, the umpire down there as well. So Steve Sakasitz making his way back to the dugout.
Let's go,
Oh, what a rally this would be here in the ninth inning. It's now a one-run ball game. And you have Pinsura at the plate, 1 for 3 here in the second game. Prinsky trying to keep this game from getting tied up. The infield will stay at medium depth, though they're in on the corners. Propson moving back to third. Prinsky, long look into his catcher, now will come set. Here's the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. 2 runs across in the inning. Will those errors eventually come back and get Kalamazoo? The stretch. And the pitch on the way, hit well into left center field, and that's going to score. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score, and the Quakers rally to win. Brian Pinsura. How about that? And Earlham comes back to win in the bottom of the ninth inning as they score 2 runs and win it by a final of 6-5. Brian Pinsura the game-winning base hit to win it for the Quakers. We will come back and wrap it up coming up in a moment. This is Earlham Baseball right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Are you looking for the right place to work out, a place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Well, those errors eventually come back and cost Kalamazoo a chance to take the first two games in the series, but Earlham never gave up. They come back and the Quakers pick up the win by a final of 6-5. So Earlham with the victory, now 7-2 on the season, and Kalamazoo will fall to 4-2. The final game of the three-game set coming up tomorrow. Noon will be the start time. We'll be on the air at about 11:45. That will do it. Earlham rallies to win 6-5. In the bottom of the ninth inning, Brian Penseur with the game winner. Thanks for being with us. This has been Earlham Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.